What's up, guys, and welcome back to Your Voice. We're switching things up a little bit. We're opening up the channel a little bit. We're going to be talking about some different topics. It's going to be me and David discussing the things that you guys are talking about out there for the most time.
Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we're going to give our opinions on this stuff. Sometimes you'll agree with us. Sometimes you may not agree with us, which is fine.
It's America. Why not, right?
Just make sure to share your thoughts and comments down below in the section. Continue the discussion, whether you agree with us or not. Today's topic, we're going to talk about overcoming adversity and breaking through some of those walls. David recently just ran the Spartan race, so we're going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, baby, bling bling. So I don't know if you can hear me well because the Spartan medal that I earned is probably covering up my mic.
That thing looks awesome too, man.
But to quickly respond to what you were saying or piggyback on what you were saying, you feel free to press thumbs up or thumbs down. But if you're going to thumbs down, leave a comment, you know, man or woman up, and leave a comment on what you'd rather see or recommend, right? Don't be a little bee and then just say, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Share your opinion, share your thoughts.
Absolutely.
If you don't like it, tell us why.
Hey, your voice is made for your voice.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's go.
I am a Marine, and I'm not going to say X because Marines never say X. Once a Marine, always a Marine, but that's not the point. The point is I love to challenge myself. Doesn't mean that you have to be in the military to love to challenge yourself.
No.
Orain was going to run the Spartan race. Just some things came up.
Medical.
He didn't do it, but I did get some Marine brothers to run it with me, and I thought I trained well.
But let's talk about that.
Yes, go ahead.
I think we decided to do the Spartan race probably like 6 months out.
Right.
So I think we had decided initially to do it about 6 months out. So we started separately kind of training and preparing for the race itself. I kind of just hit the gym, did a lot of calisthenics, did a lot of upper body stuff. What did you do to kind of get ready for it?
Okay, so what I was doing is, since at my age, I know I look like I'm 18 and 19, yay, but you know, I have some decades behind me, which is fantastic, thank God now, but I get sore and I ache and creak in certain areas, right? So I was doing a lot of calisthenics, a lot of bike riding, right? Because
so
that's
kind of getting your cardio up.
Get my cardio right, less pressure on the joints. I maintain my yoga, and for those dudes that say yoga is solely for ladies,
I hate yoga. I tried.
I dare you to do yoga for 30 days and let me know.
It's not that I think yoga is for ladies. I think yoga is so hard. I don't like.
Really?
Yeah, because you know, there's a lot of calisthenics where you have to kind of go in a pose and stay in that pose.
Right.
I like the movement of exercise, so like weightlifting, running, biking, stuff like that. When you're in yoga, I think yoga is actually harder than most of the workouts that I do.
You know what? And that's the truth, because when I thought of yoga, I thought of a woman's exercise. Listen, this is the ignorance talking.
Yeah,
I thought of too simple, too easy for me because they don't do too much movement.
That's wrong.
Until I know it absolutely is wrong, because as I started doing yoga and my arms start shaking because my core is getting worked.
I'm not a yoga person, but athletes use it. Everybody kind of uses it.
Listen, it stretches the muscles. It works muscles that you didn't even think you needed work. Listen, it's awesome, especially for the core. And I did some pull-ups because I know there was a lot of upper body to work with. If you ever YouTube Spartan race, they have some awesome videos.
Or I'm gonna throw some in the description down below so you can check some out.
Yeah. By the way, this video is not being sponsored by the Spartan race or whatever the crap.
I wish.
The point is, it was on my living life list, something I wanted to accomplish. And the long story short, even if I passed out on that field, it was going to happen one way or the other. And so once it was set, and this is life, man, once you set something up and you commit to it, it's done.
The day of the race, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there. I had to do grown up adult stuff. But the day of the race, you get to the actual race ground. What are you seeing? What's going through your head?
Oh my goodness. So, okay, this race it happened in New Jersey. We're from the New York area, in case we haven't mentioned it 1,000 times, but we're from the New York area. We drove to New Jersey, we being a beautiful wife who was there for support. She's awesome. And two of my Marine brothers who decided, hey, we'll do it. So we went out there. One of my Marine brothers was like, I don't need to really study anything. I'm just going to willy-nilly. I'm going to do it.
Right.
My other Marine brother is a fireman. And
so yeah.
with all due respect, gentlemen, Everett Russell, Nafisa beer, much love. We chose the last
race.
Yeah, the last race, whatever.
Okay.
It was afternoon because I'm not a morning person.
It was kind of cold and rainy that day too, right?
Listen, there was a flipping monsoon that happened in this area that weekend. It was a Sunday, so Friday, Saturday, they had been working that field. It was a ski resort.
Okay.
Right? It's a ski resort.
Okay, some mountains and gravel. And
Let me tell you about the flipping mountains, right? So, okay, now this medal has an awesome Spartan on it, and it has mountains, but these are no exaggeration because I'll tell you what, I thought I was ready. I prepared for 3 miles plus of solid obstacle course and running.
Yeah.
I was hyped. I was ready. I get there and they're talking 5 miles plus.
Oh, okay.
And making it happen in this cold. And when I say cold, it's about 40 degrees. It's nice and damp outside, cloudy, had been raining. By Sunday, it was all used and abused, the field. The mud was incredible. There was so much mud on this field that I had my sneakers tied.
Okay.
Fresh cross trainers ready to go, kind of broke them in, well, whatever. I stepped in a pile of mud. This is how deep it was. It pulled my sneaker right off.
Jeez.
It was serious. It was serious.
It was like walking in quicksand, right?
It wasn't even quicksand because at least we'd be sinking, right? And it'd be something else, but it would pull. So I had to tighten up the feet so make sure my sneakers didn't fall off, right?
Okay.
So climbing these mountains, let me tell you, right? The long story short of it is it kicked my ass, right? So
imagine, man.
I
can imagine because you're throwing the actual, because he told me a little bit of the story. So you're throwing the mud and the rocks and the gravel,
right?
And then they're asking you to do these different obstacles. So
right.
You have to climb ropes, you have to jump over things, you have to carry. I think he said to carry like a bucket or something.
Listen, you had to carry a lot. This is awesome though. It was awesome, and I don't regret it whatsoever. Okay. Again, it was crossed off the list. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
Right? In this type of event, you can prepare as much as you want.
Yep.
You can prepare as much as you want for life. Life is going to hit you however it's going to hit you. Adapt and overcome, right? Okay. So I went there. Yeah, it was nice and muddy. It was nice and damp, nice and cold, whatever. Still going to run the race. We got to going. I ran up those mountains as if I was 18, 19 years old, right? Attacked the mountains, baby.
That's a mistake, right?
It was absolutely a mistake because by the time I got up in the mountain and started decelerating, I was winded already. My family has a history of asthma. I don't make it an excuse, but all of a sudden my lungs start burning up and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I am ready for this. This is about 20 minutes into the race, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm like, okay, I still have about 5 miles plus. I didn't even get to the first obstacle. Here's what motivated me. The fact, you get to, I'm going to do this. I committed to doing this and all that other stuff. But when that stuff slips out of your mind real quick, you need the people around you. And fortunately, the people around me were so motivating simply because they were right alongside me saying, you know what, you're doing it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Everybody kind of going through it at the same time.
My Marine Corps brothers who are, not to shout them out, they're a tad bit older than me, right? Age-wise, they were running and gunning, man. They were in the zone, right? So they made it to the obstacle courses, whether it be a wall you have to climb up over or something you have to, use your upper body, some pipes to get through.
All right.
Like I said, they would make it, and Marines are phenomenal. I mean, military, period, but of course, Marines are our best. They were like, come on, no man left behind. Let's do it. Come on, Rodriguez, and let's get it done. And so I would run up to them, and they'd watch me do it. They'd motivate me through it. And in the Spartan race, if by chance you don't finish an obstacle course or it just, again,
you gotta do burpees, right?
You gotta pop out 30 burpees.
If you don't know what burpees are, you gotta go look that up. And if you're already exhausted, those things will kill you because it's basically just up and down, up and down, up and down. How many?
Again, I was 30 burpees. Each obstacle you fail or choose to bypass. I didn't choose to bypass any. I was going to attack every obstacle head on and see what happened. Let's just say I did my share of burpees that day.
Oh, I was just about to say, how many burpees did you do that day?
I lost count. It was more than 30, let's just say, right? So getting through this, there came a point where, the sun started to set. It was rather late. The volunteers were saying, the volunteers were fantastic in the Spartan race, right? Encouraged us and so on. People driving by to make sure you were all right, to see, maybe to pick somebody up off the course if they hurt themselves or whatever. But they also let us know that since it was the last stake that was running, it was starting to close up. So if we didn't reach obstacle X by a certain point,
that was it.
They were pulling us off the race, right?
All right.
And so that lit a fire under my butt real quick.
You weren't going to fail?
No, I refused. Nothing wrong with failure as long as you learn from it. But in this case, nothing was going to pull me off that race.
Okay, good.
So, but I told my brothers, I said, you got to leave me.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to debate this with them because they were like, no Marine left behind. And I said, I love you guys. You got to leave because I'm not going to be the reason you get pulled off.
No,
right?
I understand, yeah.
So they were like, all right, D-Rod, make it happen. I was like, plus, I'm running the race in here now. It's all about here.
Yeah.
Because the pain is going to hit, and whatever you do, pain is going to hit. It's about heart after a while. So I'm under the water and I'm due to come back up and my pack gets stuck on the wall.
Oh, wow.
So I'm submerged. I'm submerged.